Please welcome Dara Ó Briain. Good to see you, Dara. You're joining us from the Edinburgh Festival. How many other comedians are staying with you in that Airbnb?
I am. No. I do it at an entirely different pitch. I'm just seeing shows and I have an entire flat to myself. It is just a wholly different experience. I step over other comedians who sleep in my hallway and they hand me flyers. They hand me flyers from their sleeping position. So.
Dara, you do have a new show, and without giving too much away, it does get quite personal regarding your own family history. Is it better doing it this way than paying to go to therapy?
Yeah, I've slowly unloaded on audiences for the last 2 years, and they've had to endure that. The fact that I don't really make a thing of it. It's about we're going about it's about family history and finding, adoption and things like that. But I don't go into specifics because I feel that once the audience are trapped in the room with me, I can literally do whatever I want with them.
What a social experiment that is. Will you publish your findings?
No. I'm just going to pocket the cash based on ticket sales and let's see if people will come again to the next show. That's the real test.
Right. So a service to yourself rather than humanity. I like it. It's good. Hey, but I understand. I mean, obviously we haven't seen the show, but we understand there's quite a big twist or reveal or it's like some big secret in the midst of it. And you've done it 160 times across the UK and Ireland. Do you ever worry that the secret's going to get out?
No, it's not really that. It's not like the mousetrap. It won't ruin the show if people have a sense of it. But there is within the journey, and it's kind of like a detective story of trying to find my roots and how Ireland isn't great with secrets. But there's a couple of gasp moments within it. But it's not like no one can shout at the start, "The butler is the murderer," and then ruin my show.
You're returning to Australia, Dara, and Australian crowds, they love to heckle, I know from experience. Have you had any goodies over the years?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, my two personal favourites, once in Hamer Hall in Melbourne, an Irish guy shouted, just apropos of nothing, "Do your stuff about snow." Now, I got nothing on snow. I don't have anything about snow. And for the rest of the show, I had to do the same normal stories and then go, "But of course, it was snowing very heavily." I hope that this kept him happy. In the Opera House once, and doing the Opera House is obviously a big deal, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, it's the Opera House. It's amazing." And there was a guy who, right at the very end, just as I was finishing, I said, and I was literally, I was about to go, "Thank you very much," and I was about to say the word good of the good night when he muttered loudly, "It's not a bear," and I had to go, "I'm sorry, what?" And he said, "Earlier on, and it was like 2 hours earlier on, you said koala bear. It's not a koala bear. It's just a koala." And he'd sat on this objection for 2 hours. And then finally, he clearly turned to his partner and said, "He's getting away with this. He's absolutely getting away with this unless I say something about this."
As well as dealing with Australian hecklers, you've also become one of the most successful competitors of all time on Taskmaster UK. How did you do that?
Because the rest of them are comedians. And comedians broadly are either genuinely idiotic or are playing idiots because God fear that they would be unrelatable. So if a massive nerd like me comes in and a game player comes in and I go, "Well, I'm just going to do this as quickly as possible," then you can burn through it. The series we did was a nice one because there were two. There's a woman called Sarah Millican, who I think tours over there very, very often. And then there were three younger comics, and it really was, Mammy and Daddy are going to do the games properly while the three kids just mess around.
Well, tickets for Dara's tour go on sale Monday. All the info is on our website. Would you please thank Dara Ó Briain?
An absolute pleasure. As always. Good luck.